We'd been here for coming up to 2 years, and I think we just felt that we wanted a bit of extra space. One child at the moment, hoping to expand the family. Just thought it made sense at that time. It's very difficult to move house at the moment with house prices and mortgages the way they are. So we thought it made sense to expand up into the loft. A lot of other houses around here have done it. These houses have fantastic sized lofts. So it looked like a pretty good investment for the future, really.
Yeah, the actual cost of moving house equated to the cost of the loft conversion. So we ended up not having to spend the extra money just moving house. We got a great 4th bedroom instead.
We had a couple of leaflets through the door. Around here we often get builders, loft companies, all sorts of tradesmen's leaflets through. So we phoned a couple of them and got a couple of them round. Then also we looked on the internet. London Lofts did come up quite prominently on our Google search, and I quite liked the look of their website. It looked quite laid out, quite clear. Had some good information on there, came across quite friendly, quite approachable.
We decided to actually get 3 quotes. 2 of the ones were the ones who people put through the door, and the 3rd one was from London Lofts on the internet, so we could compare the prices. And it turned out that London Lofts wasn't the cheapest, but the service that David Gage gave when he came round on the initial quote prompted me to bring him back for a second. He seemed to know what he was talking about, professional attitude and with new ideas. Nothing was too much trouble.
The guys have their own architect that they work with, so he drew up the plans. We were really able to have as much input in it as we wanted to, and the design that we came up with in the end was pretty much a combination of Neil's dad and brother coming up with that design, and they were happy to go with that, and they seemed to agree that it was a good design for the space.
My name's Ian Broomhall. I'm the father of Neil Broomhall, and Neil's and his wife actually own this house with their small daughter Bethany. They have 3 bedrooms, and they've decided they would like a 4th bedroom with a bathroom en suite. I'm in the architectural trade. I'm retired now, but I have a reasonable knowledge of construction, planning and building regulation process. And I, if you like, I had a number of questions for David Gage as to how this work would be carried out. And he answered them all very competently, and he convinced me that he gave me the confidence to proceed. And in fact, it proved to be correct. They went away for a week's holiday where the really messy work was carried out, and myself and my wife, the grandparents, lived here and kept an eye on things.
So Mum and Dad took over and stayed they were here for about 2 weeks, I think, 2.5 weeks. Responding to Renatos and the rest of the team and discussing on a day-to-day basis with the site manager. Once the planning was sorted out, we gave them the go-ahead to start work. They then continued to work for 10-hour days for 8 or 9 consecutive days apart from the weekend, and then by that point the whole roof had been taken off and completely rebuilt. They're very skilled tradesmen, and they sort of then built the loft, and then they built the stairs at the very end.
I think the whole finished product is amazing, really, much better than we ever expected. It's very difficult to envisage what it's going to look like at the end when you've just got, a staircase and a ceiling, and you can't imagine what's beyond that. So it's fantastic just to actually have so much space up there, and we never imagined that it would be that big, that bright, that light, the extra Velux windows, the whole wall of windows at one end, the ensuite shower room. It's a really good use of space.
We would have no hesitation in recommending Central London Lofts to our friends, and if we bought another house elsewhere that needed work done, I would call them immediately and get David's ideas on the scheme. So we became good friends with them, and we got on with them very well, and it was very sad to give them the final payment when they said goodbye. So hopefully when we do the next phase of works in the kitchen, I will be speaking to David again to get the works done.